Oh, what time is it right now?
I think it's time for the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright, guys.
today,
Welcome
to our new podcast named
Sports Special Guest Podcast. And every time I do it, I'm going to have someone else be here. And sometimes there might be multiples. Like I might have him here a few times, my baseball teammates here a few times. Yeah. So,
and remember to like and subscribe to this video.
yeah.
And let's get started. So today we're gonna kind of talk about the Alabama, the college football playoffs, and all that stuff. And so, what do you think about the Michigan-Alabama game today?
Well, it was pretty close. 27-20 final score and in overtime. But I think Nick Saban on the last play of the game could have made a little bit better of a call.
Yeah, I agree, but that's still a really good call, especially with a good quarterback like James.
Jalen Milroe,
Yeah.
he's fast, can throw the ball. So a QB
He's kind of like another Tua or Jalen Hurts or maybe a Lamar Jackson.
So a QB job with a lot of linemen, that's a good idea.
Right.
And with the clock low, they couldn't really change the play.
Especially
So-
with no timeouts. They
Yeah, no
already-
timeouts.
But I think they could have made a little bit better play, but I think that it was a pretty good play, and I think you should trust your quarterback like that.
Yeah.
And let's talk more about Jalen Milroe. Like at the start of the season, he was pretty good,
But he couldn't take a hit.
but he wasn't like this. He wasn't like
As good as he is now.
Yeah, the new Jalen. But during the first start of the season against Texas when they lost, I think if they had new Jalen at that
They
game,
would've won.
yeah, they would have won. Because they would have won.
Because now he has a little bit of a stronger arm. He's a little bit faster than before.
And he's way more confident.
And he has a little more IQ than before.
Yeah, because
In the Texas game, he couldn't figure out how to take a hit, so he would just chuck the ball when
Oh, yeah.
someone got near him.
or it just went out of bounds. Because if it was new Jalen, he would have been good.
He
So
would have been
he would have
trying
been,
to
he'd been
chuck people.
yeah, he would have been trying to like get the first down and everything. He would try to get first downs, more yards. He was probably going for a touchdown every time he ran the ball. That's how you know Nick Saban and Alabama's coaching staff is a really good system out there.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, Alabama has the best system or the coaching staff. I just think they really improved him or Jalen Milroe. I think Jalen Milroe really worked hard at Alabama to improve himself because I think he wanted to get better right when he started at Alabama.
And yeah, so like when he got there, he like had to do practice 4 or 5 times a week, and he still has to, and like it really got him better, like because when you do 4 and 5 times a week for like 15, 16 weeks, you can easily get
Better.
very visually better.
And I think Jalen also wanted to be better. I know everybody wants to be better. I think he wanted to be like the best on top. Like Texas, old Jalen, oh no. he would be pretty good. He's really good, like Lou Jalen, but he's pretty good. He's also pretty good old Jalen, but I think he improved a lot. Like old Jalen against Georgia, they might have lost because old Jalen, like New Jalen, he would try to score a touchdown every time he ran the ball and he saw it openly. Like he didn't fear contact. He went into contact.
Oh yeah. Right now, if you were versus Brandon Melrose, it would be pretty hard to beat him. Like if you can compete with him, you're a pretty good team, no matter what.
You're a pretty good player. And if you like Michigan is a pretty good team because if you compete with Alabama, Georgia, I think those are the top most competitive teams. I'm just not pointing you. Michigan and Washington, the Nationals, the Natty team. When is the Natty? National championship? I don't know. But when it happens, I really think Michigan's gonna win because if you can beat Alabama, you can probably beat Georgia. If you could beat Georgia, you know that team. You're that team that if you beat Georgia, especially like Alabama, on a 29 winning streak, that team is gonna be. This team is really good. But talking about Georgia, what about? I'm not saying this quarterback is not as good as the last quarterback. I forgot his name, but if they had the old quarterback for Georgia, do you think Georgia would have been better?
Yeah, I think really it's probably because of experience.
Yeah.
Because the new quarterback is a freshman or sophomore, and he doesn't have a lot of experience because high school is a whole notch down than college, and then college is a whole notch down than the pros NFL.
And I think being a new quarterback, especially with your first experience against a hard team, I think it's hard.
Yeah, it's
like
really
I know
hard.
Jalen Miller pulled it off, but I think like if you pull it off your first starting year against a really good team, I think you're gonna be that guy one time, that guy someday. But like another Dion or another maybe Jamal Jackson, something like that. We're talking about Travis Hunter. Because Travis Hunter can play both sides. Both sides. But do you think, we're talking about Colorado, do you think they're going to be good this year?
Yeah. Oh, and also, a 5-star lineman that committed to Colorado. How do you feel about him faking going to Maryland, and then the next day after doing that, he's riding in a car with Deion Sanders Jr.
I think it's going to be really good. Wait, is he a D-line?
He's an O-line, 5-star O-line.
Yeah, I think that's going to be helpful.
Because Shedeur, he was getting hit the whole game.
Yeah.
And that's why he had to sit out in the last week.
And I think if they get a better O-line, they could be something one day. They could be what? Especially with a new head coach and a lot of new players, I think it's hard to win. I think it's hard to get even a goal because
they haven't practiced with each other. Like a lot of these teams have more than half of these. Half of the players have been together for 3-4 years.
Yeah. So, but just think of this. So, if you've been with your team you've been for 4 years max, 4, 3, 5 years if you didn't play your freshman year. So, how do you think good of your team? Because you've been together for a while. Because say my basketball team we've been here for like almost 3 years, and actually we're pretty good. And so not brag, I'm not bragging though, but still, if you stay together as a team, I think you'll be a pretty good team. Like Dion, he's gonna make, because that's his first year. They beat TCU, winner of the national championship last year. I know they got smacked, but still that was their first game of new head coach, a lot of new players. Like, how do you think Dion pulled that off though?
Yeah, it's pretty hard to win 4 games with a lot of new players, but it's 3 games more of a win than last year with their 1-11 record.
Yeah, especially with that 1-11 record, it went to a 4-7 record. Wait, 4-8 or 4-7?
4-8.
So, I'm not saying. I think they could be way better next year because more experience, more work in the off season, especially not making a bowl. You can not making a bowl. That's your chance to like work hard at the off season because you can head start on all those bowl games. Like all the teams you probably lost to, like Oregon's playing a bowl, just played a bowl game. USC played a bowl game. I don't know, who cares? But still, I think Dion's gonna make his team way, way better this year, and yeah. And we're about to wrap it up, guys. And Buddy, what do you have to say?
Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. If you made it to the end, and make sure you like and subscribe.
And comment your favorite college football team.
Yeah.
If you have to comment on, we might not, but still. Make sure you like and subscribe.
And see you guys on another podcast video. Hopefully you like our podcast. See ya.